Union County Sheriff's Office, may I help you?
Hi, this is Amy at the ER. I have a young mother that just came in here stating her boyfriend is driving from Lyman to Evanston with her 2-year-old son in the car, and the child is unresponsive.
Okay, here, one second. Okay, so Lyman to Evanston with a 2-year-old boy?
Yes.
Non-responsive?
He's unresponsive. They're almost to the TA.
Is he conscious and breathing?
He's breathing, but he won't wake up.
He's breathing, but he won't wake up. It's urgent care, or it's ERH emergency room.
I need to know what the van, it's a green van.
It's a green van?
It's a green van. I need to know a little bit more.
Do you need an ambulance to meet them
yes,
then?
I need
okay,
an ambulance.
We need an ambulance. They're okay, hang on one second.
Do you want me to have...
This is Allison. You were speaking with my trainee.
Oh, hi. This is Amy at the ER. I'm one of the nurses. So we just had a mom came in hysterical because her boyfriend's driving here with her 2-year-old child that is not, he's not responsive. He's breathing but won't wake up.
Okay. And does he know to keep an eye out for an ambulance, or do we have a phone number for him?
We are talking to him right now. We can tell him
How
that.
far is he out?
Where is he at? Okay.
How old was the child again?
2-year-old.
Okay, so he may have fallen in the bathtub and then returned.
And they're coming from the valley?
Yes.
Water. Okay.
He may have fallen in the bathtub.
The Evanston ambulance to respond towards I-80 are going to be rendezvousing with a vehicle coming from the valley with a non-responsive child.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Where are you at right now?
Taking the Evanston ambulance to respond out towards the interstate. I'll get you a better location. I've got a male coming in from the valley with an unresponsive child. The call came in through Evanston Regional. I'll see if I can make contact with him as well.
Keep driving?
Yes.
Okay. Keep driving.
Okay, where's he at?
He just passed the TA. We told him to keep driving. So
he just passed the TA. Okay.
Yep.
Would he be able to call 911 and talk directly with me?
I can ask him. Can he call 911 and talk? What's your name? Again?
This is Allison.
Sir,
Call.
I need you to hang up the phone with me. You need to call 911.
M17.
Okay, so they can rendezvous with the ambulance. You need to stay on the phone with 911. Are you there?
What's his number? Do you have a callback number? Okay, I'm going to give you his number.
Okay.
801-823. Oh, dang it.
Did he hang up?
Well, we're trying to run her phone. 80. No. Go down the other way.
25. Go ahead.
801-823-5100.
You said it was a green van, right?
Green Toyota van.
It's a green Toyota van.
Yeah. And he said the child may have fallen in the bathtub and hit his head and been underwater for a
He was last at the TA. Units be advised the vehicle is a green van. It just passed the TA a couple minutes ago. Advised that the child may have hit its head in the bathtub and spent a portion of time underwater. Can you call Travis and get him headed? Okay.
Okay.
Is he still on the line, or did he
No, we lost him. We lost him.
801-823-5100.
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to call him back. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, this is the 911 dispatcher. Are you the man I'm supposed to call?
Yeah, yes, you are.
Okay,
yes, I am.
What milepost are you at right now?
I'm at exit 80 or 23, so I guess
It's a 23?
At the 23
passing
exit.
milepost 23 right now. Okay, we want you to drive the speed limit. I know you're probably pretty scared right now.
I can't drive the speed limit. I can't drive the speed limit, please. They're coming. Please don't make me drive the speed limit, please. Please, I promise you, I'm not going to wreck.
10-4, milepost 13.
I can't.
Okay, sir. I just don't want you to crash. I want you to drive safely, okay? My ambulance is going to stay on the phone with me, okay? I have help coming.
I will not drive unsafe, so I am not going to speed
Is
limit.
the
I'm sorry.
Sir,
I can't do that.
okay,
I can't do that.
Sir, listen to me. I'm getting you help. I need you to stay calm so I can help you, okay?
Help, but there's nothing you can do in this moment. The only thing I can do is
Sir,
go fast. That's the only thing
I need you to listen to me, okay? My ambulance is coming, and I have a message I need to relay between you and them. They want you to pull over at milepost 13.
Okay.
Okay, so keep going until you see the 13. Is the baby breathing?
I don't know. He was breathing whenever we got in the car, but I don't know if he is now. I'm so scared.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
MS-20, I'm on the phone with a hysterical father. He says he doesn't know the baby was breathing when he put it in the car. He doesn't know now. He's very scared.
Are they going to be able to help him?
How old is the baby?
He just turned 2 in February.
He just turned 2.
Are they going to be able to help him right away? Please tell me they will.
They're going to help you, okay? They're going to help you. You've got 2 options, sir. If you think that the baby stopped breathing, you can pull over right now and I can help you do CPR. If the baby is still breathing, you can keep driving and I will have them rendezvous with you.
I will pull over. Oh, God, I don't know what to do. I don't know if he's breathing. I don't know what to do.
You don't know if he's breathing?
I don't know if he is or not.
What milepost are you at right now?
I just passed mile marker 20. I'm almost to the Kimmer exit. I'm going to pull off on the Kimmer exit. I'll pull off on the Kimmer exit.
We're going to start CPR at the Kimmer exit. Okay, tell me when you're pulled over, okay?
Okay. Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it.
I'm going to help you. Just let me know when you get pulled over, okay?
Okay. I'm almost there. I don't know if I'm going to have good service. I'm going to lose service. Now.
If you lose service, call 911, okay? 911 gets through better, so if you lose service, call 911.
Okay. I'm going to...
Hello? Hello? MS 2019-20. 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hello?
Hi, are you still at the 18? Is that my deputy?
Oh, no. Come here. Come here. Don't cry. No, go over there for me. Go over there for me. Go over there. When I tell you to, you blow in its mouth. Blow in his mouth. Shut up for a minute. Where's the ambulance over when they get here? Where's the ambulance? There's still those water coming out. I know that's
MS-20, sounds like the deputy's on scene doing CPR.
It's coming. You're doing good. Not yet. Call 911 and tell them CPR's in progress, no fault.
CPR is in progress.
I haven't tried one because I started CPR right away. You know, they will. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. No, please. How old is he? Oh, what? 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 For 2. Again. Are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're ready for help. Again. Again? Let him move over. Oh my God. Again. Again. The ambulance is coming. Make sure they have room for me. I was trying to CPR, but nothing was coming out. I know it's coming. We're looking, okay? Hang up, cut too hard. That's how you do it. He's okay. As far as pushing up here. Hold on. Way too far. No, God. Blow again. 2 breaths. Okay, you're getting air in there. That's good. I have a second light door right there.
Oh God, it's not too late, is it? It's not too late. Please don't tell me it's too late.
Ambulance is right behind us. We got.
Yeah, that's not my answer. That's not my question. That's not my question. It's not too late, is it? Please don't tell me.
Nope.
Oh
All right,
God.
look out.
Oh God.
Look out. Look out.
Alright. That wasn't so bad, huh?
Huh?
That wasn't too long.
No, it wasn't. Sorry.
Oh, you're alright, buddy. Let's see there. About business. Alright, so today is May 3rd, 2019 at 1:22. Jesse at the Union County Jail. Will you just state your whole name for me?
Jesse James Hartley,
Okay, and your date of birth?
06/09/1999.
Okay. I'm going to read you something really quick just so you understand. If you want to answer questions, great. If not, I'll run you back. Okay, but you have to be aware that you don't have to say anything to me. Do you understand that? Okay. You have the right to have an attorney present for any questioning. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything you say I can use against you in court? Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
And you can have an attorney present if you can't afford one. One can be provided for you at no cost. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At any time you can exercise this, like I said, be done, and we'll head back. Okay? After having explained that to you, would you like to answer some questions?
It just depends on the question.
Okay.
So I can stop at any time.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You absolutely can.
Alright.
And I can, and I'll just take you back. At any time you want to be done, just let me know.
Alright.
Okay? I've just kind of gone over everything. I want to touch base with you again, and just have you run down those events again after Shannon left.
Okay.
So just tell me what happened from that point forward.
We just got done eating. Probably go into more detail and a little bit calmer.
Just what, yeah, because you remember him now that you may not have been.
Yeah, I was a little bit freaked out when you guys talked to me at the hospital. He was just getting done eating, like as Shannon was leaving, I'm gonna say. And I got up. He picked up his mess from eating and pulled out some cars. We're playing with some cars, you know. Like I told you before, it was a normal day. We just play. Went into the kitchen, or I should say living room, and played a few games of Fortnite. I don't know if you know what that is, just a video game.
Oh, okay.
But he likes to sit there and play with a fake controller while I play, so we did that for a little bit. And then I got up, I was like, you wanna go play with your toys? He's like, yeah. And I was like, alright, we can go put on some Boss Baby. So we took him into his room, put on some Boss Baby, let him play with his toys for a little bit. I went back to my game. Went back in there, checked on him, asked him if he wanted to take a bath, took him in for a bath, put him in the bath. Sat with him until it was done filling up. Played with him for like 2 seconds, and then I got up, went into the kitchen, and opened the fridge door, grabbed Code Red, took a few drinks out of it, sat there for probably like 5 seconds, set the drink down, and then went back in there and found picked him up out of the bath, and he spit blood on my face, and I tried performing CPR, which failed, where I then freaked out. Something I left out before was that I couldn't find the car keys. I was running all over the house with him in my arms, looking for the car key. I finally found it. I ran out the door, I strapped him into his car seat, and I called my girlfriend as I pulled out of the driveway and told her what was going on, and told her I was unsure if an ambulance would help or not. I explained to her that he was still breathing. I explained the situation to her. She hung up because she was going to, I don't know who she was going to call. She was going to call someone. And got not too far from TA whenever I told her. I got really scared, like he was still breathing, but I got really scared, so I told her just to call the ambulance and I'll meet him on the highway. She told me okay. I hung up the phone, just past TA, down in the bottom of that sister. The 911 operator called me, told me that if I needed to pull off, she asked me if he was breathing. I told her that he was breathing, but I hadn't seen him take a breath in a minute. She told me that if I needed to pull off the road, then she would work me through CPR. And this is about towards the top of the next sister. So I went to pull off the road and realized that where I was going to pull off was a really bad spot where I could get hit, or the whole car could get hit, where officers wouldn't have been able to reach me. So I drove down to the sisters, or down to the Kimmer exit. I parked, I pulled him out of his car seat, and I started trying to perform CPR on him again, where I then lost the 911 operator. I tried calling 911 multiple times, and it still wouldn't work, so I tried stopping a bystander, where then an officer, I'm not sure who, but an officer pulled up and helped me perform CPR, where I then realized I was doing it wrong the entire time.
So tell me how...
Sorry?
Good.
You are thinking that if I would have done it right, I probably could have saved him. But I was doing it wrong the whole time. And now look where I'm at, and I miss him so much. Sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
When you walked into the bathroom, and he was in the bathtub, tell me again how you... Where was he at in the bathtub? How was he lying?
I honestly couldn't. All I could tell you is lying face down. I couldn't really tell you where. Like in the middle, I guess. I don't know.
And you pulled him out of the tub.
I started performing CPR. I realized it wasn't working, so I left this out. But I told you last time, you asked me why I put a diaper on him, but literally in the matter of seconds, I picked his legs up, put the diaper halfway on him, and then I picked him up, and as I picked him up, I threw the diaper on him. I know you guys may think that's weird, but I didn't want to take him out naked.
Okay.
Didn't. So I took 2 seconds to do that.
At what point did he spit up blood on you?
When I picked him up.
So right when you got him?
I almost want to say, like, as I picked him up, I kind of squeezed him and kind of forced some of that out. I not squeezed him, but like I just kind of picked him up, and I almost want to say me picking him up caused him to like cough out like a bloody water on me.
Was that when you got him right out of the tub, or after you put the pull-up on?
It was after I pulled him out of the tub, like right as I pulled him out.
Right as you pulled him up, then he spit on you?
Yeah.
Was it a lot? Was it a little bit?
Still on my face whenever I don't want to say it was a lot, no.
Okay. And you think it was blood?
I believe so. It could have been throw up, because whenever we were performing CPR on him in the car, a bunch of throw up was coming up.
Okay.
And my face smelled like throw up after that point, which I don't recall smelling throw up before then, but it could have been throw up. I don't know.
Okay. What
honestly
did,
didn't
you said
take the time to check.
you
I
fed
just-
him earlier
Yeah.
before he played cars and
Yeah.
stuff. Do you remember what he had for lunch?
So we woke up about 11 o'clock, so we woke up pretty late, so we fed him pretty much breakfast for lunch. He had the Fruit Loops with marshmallows in it.
Did he eat anything else before his bath?
I give him a cookie, because he
Cookie.
ate all of it. Whenever he finishes all of his food, I give him a cookie. So I give him a cookie.
We found a can of juice in his room, like those frozen concentrate cans in his bedroom. Do you know what that was in there for? I just thought that was kind of weird that it was in there.
It could have gotten dropped in there. We just moved in. It could have got dropped in there. I don't know.
Okay. I thought it was kind of strange.
That is weird. I
Brought a
don't
can
know.
of juice by his bed.
That is weird.
Okay. Was there any spit up or throw up or blood or anything? Did it get anywhere else in the house?
I didn't take the time to check. I was just looking for the keys, and as soon as I found it, I left. I didn't pay attention to anything else.
Did you wrap him in a towel or blanket or anything?
No.
Did you clean anything up before you left?
There was a point where, like, I wiped my hands on something. I don't know why I wiped my hands on something before I grabbed the car keys.
You don't remember what that was?
No.
Do you know what part of the house you were in when you wiped your hands?
No, I said the hallway.
You were in the hallway. Was it like a cloth? Was it the wall, the floor?
No, it was like a cloth. I picked something up off the ground and just wiped off my hands.
Just wiped off your hands?
Yeah.
What did you do with that object that you wiped your hands off with?
I just chucked it. I don't know where. I just threw it down. I was more worried about getting to the hospital.
Okay. Was there anything else that you cleaned up that day?
His milk mess.
Some milk mess? What did you clean that up with?
I want to say a blanket that I just saw in there.
Okay. How about wet wipes? Clean anything up with wet wipes?
I want to say I wiped him off with a wet wipe.
Okay. When did you wipe him off with a wet wipe?
Right after I wiped myself off. Right, like I saw the wipe and I wiped his chest. I want to say I threw that in the garbage.
Okay. How many wipes do you think you used there?
1 or 2.
So where did you get those from?
His room.
His room? So did you stop at his room? Tell me how.
I just saw the wipes laying right inside his room. I grabbed a few. I almost want to say that's where I grabbed the piece of cloth I washed my hands off with.
So you were coming down the hallway with him?
From our room.
And you saw the wipes?
Yeah, and I wiped him off. And I'm sorry I'm not being 100% clear here, but yeah, I wiped him off and then I wiped my hands off and then I threw it away.
Okay. Any idea why you took the time to do that, I guess, and put it in the garbage? Not just keep on
It took 2 seconds. I don't know. I honestly, I asked myself why I didn't even just take him to the other hospital. Like, I'm pretty sure whenever I saw you, I asked you if the other place had an emergency room, but I bet you if I would have just brought him in there, in the other emergency room, they probably would have performed CPR on him. They probably would have helped, regardless of it being an emergency room.
Sure.
I asked myself a bunch of questions of why I didn't do this and why I didn't do that. I don't know.
Yeah. Just a moment of stress, right? Okay. So I asked you when we were sitting out at the hospital about any drug, alcohol use, anything that day. Was there any drug or alcohol use that day by you?
I didn't. I know that you guys most likely found marijuana. I do use marijuana. It helps me eat and it helps me sleep, but I had not that day.
You haven't used anything that day?
I haven't used anything that day, and marijuana is the only thing I use. I really don't drink. I really don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do any hard drugs. I just use marijuana to help me sleep and help me eat. And I honest to God was not on it that day. Like, I
When
really
was the
wasn't.
last time you
The night
used
before,
marijuana?
I used it to go to sleep.
Okay. Did you ask anybody to go over the house
I did.
and take care of that?
Yeah, I
Remember
did,
that?
but they told me they couldn't. I
Okay.
knew you were gonna find that. I knew it. I'm not gonna lie about it. If that's what I go to jail for, then that's what I go to jail for.
Right.
But I didn't kill a little boy.
Was there a reason why you didn't want me to have your phone?
Just for that sole fact, I don't want you to see that I told people to go grab that.
Okay. Do you remember you told?
Yeah, my mother.
Okay. Is there anything on your phone that I'm going to find that might not be something you want on there? Because I've got it and everything's downloaded off that.
Okay.
So, nothing there?
I don't know. Just
Okay. What might there be?
I don't know.
Is there any pornography on it?
What do you mean pornography? Like personal pornography?
Just pornography. I mean,
Like I watch porn, like off Pornhub, but I don't, as far as I know, that's not illegal.
okay, but is there anything on the phone downloaded on your
No.
phone? Nothing on there?
No.
Okay. Any photographs of any type of pornographic photographs?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay.
If they are, they're really, really old. I have probably over 700 pictures in there that I haven't looked at since I've got the phone.
So, did you have any issues with Brandon that day? Was he behaving? Was he misbehaving? Was he in a good mood, bad mood?
When he first woke up, he was in a meh mood, but he usually is. And he was fine after that.
Okay.
He was good.
Do you ever lose your temper with him? No.
That little boy is like the only thing that keeps me calm.
Right.
Like, I don't know, like, I could be pissed off at the whole world, and there were days where I'd be pissed off at the whole world, and like, he'd come up and talk to me, and I'd feel fine. I'd feel fine. I'd want to play with him. He did the complete opposite. And don't get me wrong, there were times where he frustrated me, but I'm 18 years old, and then, like, I'd really, whenever he would frustrate me, I'd stay calm, step back, and look at, like, what my mom would do. And that's, like, where the timeout came from. He started going in timeout because I found it more constructive than whooping his ass. I found it way more constructive than, because when Shannon would spank him, she'd swat his butt, like he'd be freaking out, she'd swat his butt, and then he'd freak out some more, and then we'd stand there, let him calm down, and he'd calm down, and then everything would be fine. I'm like, why? So my idea was, why can't we just, he's freaking out, put him in a chair, let him freak out, and then that's that. Like, that little boy helped me a lot with a lot of my temper, and I don't even have a temper, but he helped me with my anger. He helped me with, I don't know, actually thinking things through, I guess.
Did you ever lose your temper with him?
No.
No. You never pushed you to a point, because I mean, kids they're frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
frustrating. They throw fits.
I remember one time
Upset.
I tried getting him to use the potty all day long, and he stood up from the potty, pissed all over me.
Yeah.
Pissed all over me.
Right.
And like, I looked at him, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't go to the bathroom, but you can piss all over me? But I kept my calm. I went in, I changed my pants, I changed his clothes. He sat in timeout, came out, I was like, look dude, you can't just pee on the floor, you're not a dog. You gotta use the potty. He's like, okay. And like, it sounds ridiculous as I talk to him like that, but like, he's a really smart kid. You could talk to him like that, and I felt like he understood.
Okay. Did you ever hit him anywhere besides his little bottom?
No, I smacked him on the bum twice in my entire life.
Well, here's the unpleasant part. Okay, I told you on Tuesday that we were going to do an autopsy, and we were going to find out what caused him to stop breathing and die. Right? I told you we were going to find that out, and we did. So, when I tell you the reason why he died, I want to know if you're going to have anything else to tell me, because what you told me does not match up in any way with what the doctor found. Okay?
What did the doctor find?
He did not drown. Okay? Brandon did not drown. I know that to be fact.
Okay, then how did
Okay?
he have so much water in his lungs? Why did I find him in the bathtub?
Well, here's what I think. I think something happened on Tuesday, man. I don't know what. I don't know if you just got to that point where you were extremely frustrated with him, because that happens. Kids are frustrated.
I would never do that to him, though.
Do what?
I would never hurt him like that. I would never kill him. I wouldn't do that. I know what you're trying to assume on me right now. I would never hurt him.
And I would never, I'm not saying that you set out, alright, today's Tuesday, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm not saying that that's what you're saying. I'm saying I would never get to the point where I'd snap. I have never got to the point where I've never gotten to the point where I snapped and hurt him, so I don't think I'd go to the point of killing him.
Okay, well, I've never said that you set out to end his life.
That's what you were just saying, though.
No, I never said that you set out to end his life. Okay, I don't think that.
I think what you're saying is that I snapped.
I think something bad happened, and I'm going to explain why. Okay? Something happened that day before you put him in that van. I know this. The hospital knows it. The pathologist knows this.
What's a
okay?
pathologist?
And you know, he's the doctor, the medical doctor that performed the autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was the one. I was there, and he told me the cause of death. And I asked him, did the boy drown? No, he did not. He did not drown him. Okay, I think something happened. You got upset.
I wasn't upset at him.
Did you guys have a little wrestling match, a little tussle? Did you?
No, I told you. Okay, so I told you how he was eating in his room, right?
Right. The
reason why he was eating in his room, and you could go and ask his mother this, is he fell out of the table and hit his head earlier that day. Okay? So that's the only other injury that day that I know that he got. We weren't wrestling. I didn't hit him. I wasn't mad at him. Nothing.
Okay. Let me tell you how this works. I have a piece of paper that I fill out, right? And I send it up to our county prosecutor. And I write down what he told me.
Okay.
I write down what the pathologist found.
Okay.
And I send that up to her. And she's going to look at that, and she's going to see either you told the truth or that you lied, and what goes along with the pathologist, okay?
Okay.
And let me tell you, the little boy didn't die in the bathtub. He did not drown. Do you know
I don't think
how
he died in the bathtub because he was still breathing when I pulled him out. When I told you this, he was still breathing all the way up to the point of TH. His last point I saw him breathing, so I don't think he died in the bathtub either. But
and I'm not saying that there wasn't some life in him then. But what I'm saying is that boy died of a brain injury. He died from being shook.
From being shook.
From being shook. I know this to be fact.
Could it have been from me running around the house with him?
No, absolutely not.
I don't know. I didn't shake him. I would not do that.
Well, listen, like I said, you and I probably won't get a chance to talk again after this.
Okay.
So like I said, what you tell me is what's going to go on this document and what I'm going to send up.
Okay.
We have our scientific fact of what's going up. That's going up.
Okay.
The cause of death is going up.
Okay.
Now, if you're going to sit here and lie to me, that's also going to go on there too.
I'm not lying to you, sir. I promise you. The only time that I think he could have been shook is whenever I was running around with him, one arm around him, and that's the only time that I think he could have been shook.
So see, that's not how it works, though. It's not.
I don't know how it works.
It's not just a gentle shake. There are bruises on his body. There are bruises where the hands go when the baby shook. There are bruises where your hands were on his body. Now, like I said, if something happened and you got upset because he was being a brat,
I didn't.
Like, you got to tell me. I'm the one that's going to listen. After this, you're on your own.
I didn't.
I am the only one that is going to listen to you. Do you understand that?
Yes. But are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
Because I didn't shake that baby, and if you honest to God think that you need to go look at someone else, because I'm not the one that shook him.
Look at someone else. Who? You had him in your care all day.
I know all day, but
he died.
I'm not the only one
in your care. Do you understand that?
Yes, I get that.
There was nobody else. Nobody.
What about days prior?
Nope. This happens immediate. This happens immediately. This is not something that takes time. This happens, they lose consciousness and they die. This happened at that house. Okay? Like I'm telling you, there's only a couple people that know what happened. Alright? You can sit here and tell me, no, he didn't get shook at all. I'm telling you right now, he did. Okay? There's a medical doctor that knows this.
Okay.
This happened. This is real. It happened. You were there. Jesse, if you love that little boy, if you love Shannon, it's time to get this figured out.
I didn't shake him. I didn't shake him.
Tell me what happened.
I didn't.
He's got wounds all over his head that are not just little from falling. He's got some serious bruising. Okay? Shannon doesn't know anything about that. She doesn't know anything about all that bruising. Alright? Something happened, and you need to tell me about it.
I didn't shake him. I would not shake him.
Tell me what happened.
The worst I've ever done to him is spank him. I would not shake him to death.
I did. Tell me what happened on Tuesday, Jesse.
Nothing happened on Tuesday.
Something did.
I told you everything from word to word.
That's not what happened.
It is.
Jesse, if you sit here and lie to me, that doesn't mean I'm just going to say, alright.
I don't expect you to be like, okay, you're free to go, but I'm telling you the truth. I didn't shake that baby. I didn't shake him. I didn't hit him. I wasn't even mad at him. I wasn't mad at him. It was a normal day. It was a normal day for me and him.
Jesse, that baby didn't just tip over and die.
I'm not saying that.
Something happened at that house. Something did. And I don't know if you're just too scared to tell me about it, to talk about it, if you think it'll make things worse, because I'm telling you right now, you can't go to more jail, you're in jail.
I know I'm in jail.
This is your opportunity, because like I said, once we leave here, buddy, you're on your own.
I didn't shake
And it
him.
looks a lot better for you if you tell the truth. If you go up and go through this process and flat out lie, it doesn't go well for you.
I'm not lying.
Because I will write down, if you tell me the truth, I will write that down and I will go talk to my prosecutor and I will tell her, he was honest with me, he told me the truth. Or I can hand it to her and say, he's on his own, I can do nothing for him.
Didn't shake that
Jesse, something happened, that baby got shook. He did,
wasn't
I
by
know
me.
that.
It wasn't by me then.
Who was it?
I don't know.
Who
But
was
it wasn't by me.
You were there alone.
I didn't shake that baby.
You were alone.
I've never even grabbed him like that.
There are marks that say otherwise. That's
Marks
absolutely
with
not true.
Me
Absolutely.
grabbing him like that.
Yet there are bruises. There are hard bruises on that body. There's bruises on the face, on the head.
Bruises I saw right here, and the one on this side.
There are a lot of bruises, Jesse, and they're not bruises from just a toddler bumping into things. Okay, I've been doing this a while. Alright, the people that I work with do this all the time.
I'm aware of
that. That doctor has seen this. Okay, he's a smart man. He would know if this was some unintentional, because he deals with that stuff. He didn't want to, I know that. You probably love that little boy. He's a cute little kid. I've seen pictures. He's a handsome little guy. Nobody would set out to do that. He's a cute kid. He absolutely is. Something happened, man. I don't know if something just got out of control. If it was an accident. If you tried to.
I don't know. Did I send him in the fucking bath wrong? Did I pick him up wrong? I don't know what I did. Please tell me. You're telling me it couldn't have been a little thing, but I feel like if I shook him to the point like you're saying, I would remember that. I would tell you that. You think that if I would have intentionally, not even intentionally, but you think if I would have killed this kid, and whether it was accident or on purpose, you think that I'm not as dumb as you think.
I've never said that.
But you
Ever.
You think I'm just straight up lying to you.
I do.
You think that, but I'm not.
I have proof.
Could I have picked him up wrong? Could I have carried him wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Please tell me. If there's something else, please tell me.
I agree with you. There is something else.
What?
I don't know what that is. I honestly don't think you're telling me the truth. I don't know if something happened that day and you're too scared to talk about it.
I've
and it's
told you
okay.
everything.
Like,
I've told you everything.
You can tell me what it is.
The only time I even picked him up was when I picked him up from the bath, for the bath. It's the only time I ever picked him up. And from whenever he fell down out of the table, that's the only time I ever picked him up. Aside of that, he walked all by himself.
Because those injuries are not caused from that. Okay? They're not. This is all out in the open. We know that body was traumatized. And it wasn't from being carried around wrong. We know that. Alright?
So you think I took him and I just shook the shit out of him for no reason?
Yes. Oh, for no reason, I don't know. I can't answer that. That's what I'm asking.
I wasn't mad at
Did
him.
he push you to that point?
No. Because it didn't happen. I didn't shake the shit out of him like that.
Were you high? Was this, honestly...
I wasn't high. I wasn't.
Was it something that you might not remember?
Do you think, look at me, do you think that THC affects you in that form? Honest to God.
Your memory?
Not even necessarily my memory, because I remember that day very clearly. But yeah, okay, I'll admit to you, THC definitely does affect your memory. It definitely does.
I know that.
Because it's my memory is shot. But I remember that day very clearly, because like I told you, I wasn't high. I wasn't on anything. Remember that day very clearly.
Okay.
Do you think that THC affects you in the sense that I'm just going to snap and shake a little boy?
I don't know.
You don't know if THC affects you that way?
I don't know how it affects you.
I can tell you right now, I've smoked marijuana since I was like 14 years old, and I can tell you right now it does not. If anything, it makes me feel like the same normal human being.
Okay. That's great.
Okay, I know that's not any of the topic, but I just wanted to make that very clear that I wasn't high, and marijuana was not the cause. It was not. It did not make me snap. I was not mad at him. I was nothing.
But do you understand where I'm coming from here? You're telling me this happened, and I'm telling you that boy did not die like you said. What am I supposed to think? That you're telling the truth?
What am I supposed to think? Because that's what happened. You're telling me that doctors are figuring out all this that is completely opposite from what I said, and like, how am I supposed to argue with that? I can't. I literally can't. I know that it's and if I was lying, I would have been like, yeah, dude, this is what happened, but I'm not. I'm not. That's why I'm so dumbfounded of what to tell you, because I didn't lose my cool with him. I didn't shake him.
Jesse, that's not what that boy's body says.
I know that,
It's
and that's
not.
why I'm, like I said,
that
so
kid got
dumbfounded.
hurt. He got hurt. He got hurt bad.
And I would never do that to him. I love that kid like he's my own kid.
I'm not even saying
I wanted so much for that kid. I have been raised by two assholes. Two complete assholes that told me that they would never leave me, and told me that they would take care of me and take care of my mother and do all this for me and do all this for my mother, and they didn't. I ended up being raised by a single mother. And then I come along, I meet this beautiful girl, this beautiful kid. It turns out his dad's a piece of shit. Oh man. Jesse, you do what you do best.
Which is what?
Step up. Try to be there for someone. Because all my life, I can't figure it out for myself. I can't figure out what to do for myself. I can't figure out what my next step is. I can't figure out what I want. But what I saw was a little boy that needed a dad. So I became his dad. I did everything for that kid, from changing his diapers to taking him to see cool things, to loving on him, to being the stern father figure that doesn't let him get candy before 9 o'clock or after 9 o'clock, to playing video games with him, to teaching him how to ride a bike, everything. I wanted that for him.
That's great. I'm not
I
telling you
know,
that.
and it doesn't mean shit to you.
But something happened that day. You have to admit something happened that day. Something bad happened that day. The kid's dead. Obviously, something happened. Kids don't just die.
I know
Something
they don't
happened.
just die. I found him in, I don't know if I put him in, if I was aggressive with him when I put him in the tub, or when I picked him up. I don't know.
That's not, like I said, this is not an this isn't just like a little tussle. This is a violent, repetitive shake. That's what it is. That's what
And I feel
causes
that
this.
I would remember that, regardless if I was high on fucking anything in the world. I feel like I would remember that. I feel like that would replay over and over in my head, and I wouldn't be able to live with it. Because I already can't live with the fact that I fucked up so bad that I've hurt all these people. I was so careless that I've hurt all these people, and a little boy is dead because of me. A little boy that I love like my own kid. He may not have came out of my nutsack, but I loved him just the same. I did. I already hate myself. I do.
Okay. Jesse, this is going to haunt you. Okay? It is. And
it haunts me, the fact that he's dead.
But I don't understand how you can sit here and tell me that the way that little boy died is different from what happened.
I'm not telling you. I believe that he died that way, but I don't know if it was from me fucking picking him up. I don't know.
It's not how it works, man.
I know that's what you keep saying, but I don't know how it's work.
I told you how it works. That kid you grabbed onto him and shook him.
And you think it was me?
Yes, I told you that. That's no secret. I
me?
do. I think it was you. You were there. He was in your care. Am I wrong there?
Yes, he was.
He was in your
my
care.
He was in my care. I had no point.
So he's in your care.
And shake him like that.
He's at the hospital and he's dead. Right in between there. He got shook. There's nobody else involved. It's just you. He got shook. That's it. He got shook and he died.
I don't recall a period of when.
Is it possible that it happened and you don't remember it? That for whatever reason,
I don't
you
know.
don't remember it.
But if I didn't remember, I wouldn't know. But as far as I can clearly tell you, every step that happened that week.
Could something lesser have happened?
What do
Could
you mean
something
lesser?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Could
No,
something
what do you
happen
mean?
that maybe I'm making a mistake of it? You're making a mistake. Well, this happened, and you're not, because there's a lot of things that you're not that you.
But I've tried asking you. You say lesser, and I feel like as in lesser is in like something little that happened.
Yeah, were you upset and it wasn't
No.
it wasn't a big blowout?
No.
Like I said, was there a wrestling match? I mean, tell me, like, what could have caused this? Give me some other details. What could have caused this? Because
you're really killing me. I know this is your job. I know you're trying to get in my head. I know you're trying
I'm not trying to get in your head.
No, you are. Honestly, God, it's your job.
I don't get in people's heads. I confront you with the truth.
You confront me.
With the truth.
Yes, with the truth. Because
And
I
it's
guess
my
you
job
can't
to
lie
see
from
if
an autopsy. But I don't.
You're right. It doesn't lie.
It doesn't lie, but I didn't shake him. I didn't. And if I did, I didn't do it on purpose. I don't recall any point where I shook him.
Okay.
Especially grabbed him like this and shook him. I don't know if carrying him from the bathtub to his car. He was moving around a lot. He was completely fucking limp. I don't know if maybe that caused it.
No.
I don't know. But I don't recall any point throughout our day or past days or ever where I even picked him up like this, let alone shook him like this.
Something like that doesn't necessarily occur with you holding him up. He could have been on the floor. Okay?
I don't.
Was it during a diaper or a pull-up change, changing his clothes. He's got marks on him, Jesse, that don't account for anything else than something forceful. Okay, he had a horrific cut on his mouth from being hit. He had bite marks on his tongue. Okay, those things don't just happen from playing. They don't.
It wasn't saying they do.
Okay, Jesse, those things happened.
Okay.
It was brutal. His tongue is chewed up by his own teeth. That skin in between his gums and his upper lip is cut from being hit in the mouth. That doesn't just happen. It happens by force. That's it. That's the only
You
way.
also asked me if I touched him.
Okay. Well, let's not get there.
No, you're accusing me of all this stuff, and then you also accuse me of touching him. I just want you to know, this is probably something you or anybody needs to know, but my girlfriend does every sexual favor for me that I could ask for. So I promise you I wouldn't touch a little boy. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Okay. Let's go back to the face.
Back to the face.
How did he get that
I have
cut in his mouth? How did his tongue get chewed
Could it
up?
have been whenever he fell out of the chair? I don't know.
No, you would have noticed. You would have known. He would have cried for hours. He would have needed stitches. He would have been bleeding out of the mouth.
From what was on his tongue?
From his tongue being chewed up and that piece of skin that connects the gum and the lip being torn.
I'm assuming that's where the blood came from. It coughed up on me.
I don't know. Jesse, there wasn't water in his lungs.
What was in his lungs? What did I watch
Nothing.
come out of his lungs?
I guarantee it was probably blood.
There was not blood. I'm sorry, but it was like an orange and clear substance. If you don't believe me, ask the officer that was there doing CPR on him.
You said he ate Cheetos.
He didn't eat
Right.
Cheetos.
You told me he ate Cheetos.
Who told you he ate Cheetos?
You told me he had Cheetos after his lunch?
No, I didn't. I told you I gave him a cookie.
Okay.
So are you sure you know what you're talking about?
I know what I'm talking about, okay?
Okay,
Maybe it was
I
Shannon that
I
said he
never-
likes Cheetos. Maybe that was her time that she
Maybe.
likes Cheetos.
Maybe, but I never told you anything about Cheetos. I said a
Right.
cookie. I said I gave him a cookie for eating all of his
Right.
breakfast.
Well, I'm telling you, he got hit in the face. He got hit in the mouth. Whether it was being pushed or hit, I don't know. But that skin was cut. And it doesn't just do that. It doesn't do that. Kids bump into stuff. It does not do that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just give you this level out, and then we're done. And I'm gonna go finish my stuff and send it up, and you're on your own. Okay? Jesse, if you got something to tell me about what happened to that little boy that can explain those injuries, man, I am the person that needs to hear it, because there's nobody else. Once we leave here, I'm taking you back to your cell, and whatever happens to you, happens to you. I got nothing for you. I will put down what you told me. I will send it up.
What do you want me to tell you?
I want you to tell me the truth. I want you to tell me what happened
I
to the
don't
boy.
remember. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I don't remember anything else. I told you everything I know from the time I woke up to the time where Shannon left, to where he ate his food, to when we played video games, to when I put him in the bath. And you're telling me he didn't even have water in his lungs whenever I watched it come out of his mouth. I watched it all pour out.
He didn't drown. Okay.
I believe he didn't drown. I believe you on that, but I found him in the bath.
So how did he get the head injury?
I don't know. Did he fall in the bath? I don't know.
That's not this injury does not come from falling in the tub. Okay, it's a repetitive motion. It's a brain injury.
I don't know. I didn't shake him, no. Didn't.
And that's what you're going to stick with. Like I said.
If I accidentally shook him when I was putting him in the bath, like I told you, you said that's impossible. If I accidentally shook him, I don't know. But I didn't pick him up. I didn't sit him down. I didn't shake him repeatedly like this. I didn't. If I did it on accident, if I was being careless.
Tell me about that, and then maybe, like I said.
If I was being... Tell you about what?
Maybe it was something careless that I told you from the beginning. I don't think
I don't know. I don't know if I was being... How am I supposed to know if I'm being careless?
This stuff happens sometimes. Maybe
How am I
something
supposed to
happened,
know?
and it's like,
But what you're saying...
he's hurt.
No, what you're saying is that you want me to come out and be like, okay, so maybe I accidentally shook him. No.
You said what if I
No,
accidentally...
no, that's not what I meant. You're telling me that if I just shook him and I'm too scared to tell you, just tell you.
Yes.
But I don't know, I don't recall any point of whenever I just got pissed off at him and shook him. By careless, what I mean is how I picked him up. I don't know. I don't know what carelessness could have caused that. But that's the only thing that I found myself guilty of is carelessness.
Okay. Well, like I said, man, that's not what...
What do you want me to tell you?
I only want to know what happened. I only want to know the truth. That's it. That's all, man. Like, what's done is done. That little boy's gone. Shannon is trying to plan a funeral here. Her little boy's
I'm going to miss it. I'm not going to be there for it.
No, you're not. Like, this isn't good. Like, she needs some answers. She wants to know what happened. This sucks for her, man. It sucks for everybody. It sucks for you. You're not, dude, you're 18, you're not some cold-blooded killer running around on the streets, man. I know that. I have never even heard of
But
you.
I feel like that's how I'm being treated. I really do. You really want to know. I feel like I'm being treated like a fucking cold-blooded killer.
Well, I have to ask questions.
I know you have to ask questions. I know that, but you're like, oh, you're not telling me the truth. Whenever, I don't know.
See, what you're telling me does not match up. It doesn't, not even close. So what am I supposed to think?
I don't know.
I don't either. But, like I said, man, this is your chance to clear the air. And
I'm so scared.
You know, what's got you scared? What are you scared of?
You're getting in my head, man. You really are.
How?
It's working. Your job's working, man.
How am I getting in your head?
Because you are. You
Doing
are.
what?
You know that's my job. You know that's your job. Please don't tell me it's not, because
Getting in your
any
head?
private investigator's job is to go and sit down with someone, get in their head, get what they want out of them, and be done. Correct?
I'm getting in your head. I don't
Getting
think
in my
I'm
head.
smart enough to get in your head. I'm just asking point-blank questions. That's it. I'm just asking you what happened. That's it. I'm not trying to mess with your head.
I just fucked up real bad. I fucked up. I probably, you're right. I should have been honest from the beginning. I should have. It probably would have been a lot easier. There's no reason for me not to be. I dropped him. I literally dropped him.
Okay.
And then everything was true. The rest of it was true. The bath, everything. I dropped him when I was putting him in the bath. My dumbass, what do? He was still conscious. He was still conscious, like I swear, he was still conscious. I was like, are you okay? He was crying. I got him to calm down. And I still stuck him in the bath. And I shouldn't have. I didn't think it was that bad, but I guess thinking about it, falling from this high down to a floor, this is pretty bad.
Okay.
And I was really scared. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. But I swear it was an accident. And I swear I didn't mean to. I was just so scared. I'm so scared that you're going to use this against me, but I can't. I can't get around it. I can't. I dropped him. I'm sorry. It's just as careless as me leaving him in the bathtub, but it just makes me seem like such a shitty person. But I was just trying to do what was best for him. I was trying to... I didn't want to make Shannon feel like she couldn't trust me with him alone. I sure as shit didn't want this right here to happen. I didn't. I should have just picked him up. I should have brought him to the hospital, but I didn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry I lied to you.
Don't apologize. It's okay.
It's not. I should have been honest. It would have made your life easier. It would have made my life easier.
It's okay. It's about you right now, okay?
It's not about me. It's about Brandon.
Okay.
His life is lost, and it's my fault. But please tell me you don't believe I did it on purpose.
I'll tell you what. Let's go back.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Okay. Let's go back to the beginning, all right? And then give me all the details you can about what happened.
Everything was the same. Everything.
Okay.
From the time we woke up, him eating, him falling out of the chair, me moving. I moved the end table from the living room into his room and set up a chair in there so he could eat in there. And then we played the video game, or we played with his cars, played the video game, went back into his room, he watched Boss Baby. I took him to that, and when I was bringing him in there, he walked in there, I took his clothes off, I picked him up, and he dropped him, and he like hit his head on the step, of the bathtub, and fell to the ground, and he just started crying, and I felt like a piece of shit, and I picked him up, and I calmed him down, and I just kind of gently shook him, I calmed him down, and he finally stopped crying. He didn't, where I feel like I was so dumb is like he didn't really seem like he was conscious. And I was like, "You okay, buddy?" And he's like, "Yeah." But he didn't seem like himself, and I still stuck him in the bath. And I shouldn't have. I should have took him to the hospital. But I swear, I did find him unconscious. I pulled him out. I did perform CPR on him. I did freak out. Everything else of it was true. I just didn't tell you the part where it dropped.
What part of his head did he hit?
The back. I was holding him like this, and I just dropped him, and he hit it like. Let me see. Yeah, the side of his head.
Okay. Is that where the wet wipes come from? Cleaning that up?
Yeah. He did have a bit of blood coming, not quite a bit, but a little bit of blood, so I went and grabbed some wet naps and I just started cleaning his face up, and it stopped bleeding, so I just stuck him in the tub.
What part of his face was bleeding?
Just out of his mouth.
It's coming out of his mouth?
Yeah.
So he fell straight onto his back, the back of his head?
You said that there was stuff, cut marks in his lip. I'm assuming he probably bit his
But
tongue.
he didn't hit his face.
No, I didn't.
He hit the back of his head.
I'm pretty sure, yes. He hit the back of his head.
Was the back of his head bleeding?
No.
Were anything out of his ears?
Not that I know of, no, not that I saw.
Nose or mouth? Just...
I think a little bit came out of his nose, and like some out of his mouth. Like, mainly what I saw was out of his mouth. I didn't see any from the back of his head. I didn't see any from his ears. I just saw what was on his mouth. And that's honestly kind of made me think, like, I don't know, maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was careless.
So how did you drop him? So he took his clothes all the way off?
He just slipped out. And I was literally picking him up to go from the ground to the bathtub, because it's a pretty high bathtub.
Okay.
And I just dropped him. I was careless. I promise you I wasn't high. I would tell you if I was. I wasn't high. I wasn't on anything.
Okay. Was he throwing a fit? I mean,
No.
Did he just squirm out? Like how?
No, he slipped out of my hands.
Was he naked when he slipped out of your hands?
Yeah.
Okay. And you put him in the bathtub?
After I, cleaned him up.
You cleaned him up, put him in the bathtub, and he was conscious?
He was conscious when I left, and that's whenever I went into the kitchen and threw away the wet naps. And I did get a drink. That wasn't a lie either. And then I went back and I brought him unconscious.
Okay. When you put him in the tub after he hit his head, you said he was crying.
He was done crying by the time I put him back in the
Okay.
bathtub.
Is that where the blood came from on your shirt? Or was that after you got him out?
I'm assuming it was from, because whenever he initially fell, I picked him up and I held him for a second, and like I told you, held him for a second and shook him up and down to calm him down. He calmed down, he set him back down on the floor, and then when I grabbed the wipes, I wiped him up, and then I picked him back up and I put him back down.
Okay.
So yes, maybe some blood got on my shirt when I picked him up.
Was there any blood in the bathtub
Not that
when
I
you got
know.
him? When you picked him up out of there?
I didn't even look.
Okay. So you say he was face down when you walked back in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. It looked like he had fallen forward, like literally was sitting and fallen forward.
Okay. Anything else you can think of, Jesse? I just want to make sure I understand it all right. You had given him a bath. He took his clothes off. You picked him up to go put him in the tub. He slipped out of your hands. He fell and hit the back of his head, correct? And he cried a little bit. You picked him up.
He didn't cry a little bit. He was crying pretty hard, but I calmed him down.
And
I
you
could
went,
usually calm him down.
okay. And then you went and got wipes. And you cleaned him up while you were holding him before you put him in the tub.
I wasn't holding him. He was standing up.
Okay. But you cleaned up the blood from his face?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. It was coming, said, from his nose. Or his mouth?
It was from his mouth.
From his
I
mouth.
think I saw it. I wasn't sure if it was from me wiping his face, but there was some above his nose, like right here. Or
Do
under
you
his
have any
nose.
idea how he would have hit his mouth? Did he hit and roll? How would he have?
It honestly happened real fast. It just dropped him, and then like it happened like that. Like it dropped him, and I was like, oh shit, and I picked him right back up. Like he could have. I don't know.
Right. Okay. I
don't know.
Okay.
I should tell you the truth. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Is there anything else you can think of?
No. I'm sorry, I'm so careless.
You don't have to apologize.
I'm so sorry though, and I'm gonna be sorry till the day I die. Whether I spend years in prison or not, or if I get let off, I don't know. Regardless, I'm gonna live with this for the rest of my life, and the fact that I was so careless, I don't know if I'll ever be able to have another kid again. I don't know.
It's a tragic deal, that is, for certain, all the way around. It's really sad.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me. Really.
I like you,
I'm not
but
offended.
I'm sorry.
Especially people add me every day.
I know, but
Okay. That's
I'm
why I
sorry.
ask questions. It's okay.
I just didn't. I don't know why I didn't think that was a big deal. I thought maybe it would save my ass in the long run, but
No, like I
it
told you.
just got me in trouble more. It made me out to be a liar.
Right.
And that's the opposite of what I wanted. I just want you to know I'm being honest with you now. I'm telling you
Okay.
everything.
So, because there's, like I said, there's bruises all over that kid's body that, you know, him hitting his head wouldn't have caused it to
He did have bruises before that day. Like he did have like one on his arm. He had the little dot on his forehead, and he had on one side right here. That's the only bruises I know of.
And he's got multiple bruises
Yeah.
here and here.
I know. I saw afterwards. I saw the ones right here. That's the only new ones that I saw was right here.
Any idea where those could have come from?
Maybe me picking him up off the ground. I don't know. I didn't grab him by the face or anything. I don't know how I could have caused those. I really don't.
Anything else you can think of? Well,
But I'm being serious with you. Whenever like he was completely limp, whenever I was carrying him and I was running around like a madman, like I don't know. I want to say that it was from that, but I can't say that because I don't know.
okay.
But he was limp in my arms, and I was running around, and I could feel his arms hitting me, and his legs hitting me, and his head going back and forth.
Okay. Well, If anything else comes to mind, okay? Like I said, we may not talk again, but if something comes up that you think I need to know, get ahold of somebody. They'll know where to find me, okay?
Did I give you what you want?
Like I said, I don't come in here like wanting things.
No, I know, I'm sorry. I put that really wrong, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make that up. I meant
that's more accurate.
Are you gonna help me?
Like I said.
I don't want to be out to be a liar, so I'm trying to be, I'm not even trying, I am now 100% honest with you. That was the only thing that I was leaving out. Was the fact that I dropped. Yeah, I know.
Right?
I shouldn't have left it out. I'm sorry.
You were pretty adamant that didn't happen, so you gotta understand.
I know. But that's all I could think about was the fact that I dropped him, and I couldn't not tell you. And I as I laid in my cell, the entire time, that's the only thing I could think about. Trust me. Like, if there was more, I'd be telling you. If there was more, I'd be telling you, I promise, because that one thing fucking haunts me. That haunts me, and that haunted me that I didn't tell you guys. It haunted me that I didn't tell Shannon. It just haunted me. It did. It really fucks me up, and it's still fucking me up. Everybody else, my mom tells me that everybody else knows that I didn't do it on purpose. But everybody else's opinion doesn't really matter. Yours, the prosecutors, and the judges is what matters. And you guys,
opinion,
I know, but it is sort of your opinion, because if you think I'm sitting here still continuing to lie to you, then that's what you're going to tell the prosecutor. So if your opinion is that I'm still lying to you, you're going to tell the prosecutor that I'm lying to you, so that your opinion does matter. That in a chain effect.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm going to write what you told me. Okay.
I got to be adamant about the fact. This is someone. I just want him back. I want to hold him again. I messed up really bad. I was really careless. I'm so sorry. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison for this. I don't even want to be in jail until the 7th for this, but I know I have to. I'm just so scared. I'm 18, and I tried to do my best with him. I tried. I wanted to give him everything I never had. And I was just so careless. I couldn't even give him what my shitty piece of shit stepdads gave me, which was life. I couldn't even give him that. I tried. I fucked up and I was careless. And now I'm free. I miss him so much, and I miss Shannon so much. I'm so sorry. I should have been honest with you.
Is there anything else you want to add about before we close out?
No.
Okay. Alright, then we'll go ahead and end this, and I'll get you back there, okay? You can have a little time by yourself.
I don't know if I want to be alone. I feel like such a piece of shit. I do. Whether you think I did it on purpose or not, I'm going to live with this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I know that. I do.
My life's already really messed up. How am I supposed to continue with this?
And you just do the best you can.
Can I please see a counselor like right now?
I
don't want to be alone.
I will get you a
I don't want to be alone. I don't want to. I don't want to die, but I don't want to live with this. I don't.
Okay. I'll get you a counselor, okay?
How am I supposed to live with this? I don't know what to do.
Let's get you a counselor, somebody to talk to. Okay, I don't know what to tell you there. I can't give you advice there, man. But just hang in there, okay?
It's hard. I'm trying, but how am I supposed to hang in there? And on top of that, you guys think I touched him. You said that to me the other day. You told me, like, he's got tears in his anal cavity or whatever you want to call it. I would never do that to him. And to hear that, it just makes me wonder where they came from. And I don't want you guys to put that on me, because it didn't come from me. They didn't. I don't know.
So, you're saying that because that was a real thing.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. It was in my search warrant. I know. I read it every 10 minutes. I read it. And I promise you, the hair loss, honest to God, it was previous. It was from the shampoo, I swear to God. I told you I was being honest with you about that. You can ask Shannon, you can go to that doctor I told you about. It was from a shampoo.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right. So going back, we got your DNA, right?
Yeah.
And we did an anal swab of him. Is there any chance?
No, there's not. I promise you, there's no chance. And if there is, I will fucking plead guilty. I will plead guilty 100%. There's no chance. No way. No way. I would never.
Okay.
Like I told you, you probably don't want to hear it. My girlfriend does every sexual favor I would ask her for. There's no way. I find that disgusting. I find it absolutely disgusting, and honest to God, I feel like pedophiles and people who do that to children should be killed on sight. This may be harsh, may sound harsh, but it's true. It's disgusting.
Okay.
I would never wish that upon him, and the more I think about it, it pisses me off, because I know it wasn't me, but if it wasn't me, who was it?
Right.
Who did that to him? I really hope that you guys try to figure that out and don't just leave it at that.
Okay.
It didn't do that to him.
Okay. Like I said, we got that stuff, we'll be sent off, and just...
Okay.
Well,
promise me that when it comes back negative that I didn't do it, you guys won't just leave it at that.
We won't leave it at that.
Please. Because that pisses me off.
Right.
That pisses me off a lot. And like I told you before, I've had my thoughts about her sister and the way her sister treats him, because her sister doesn't treat her own daughter very well. So it worried me about the way she treats Brandon. And my mom, I told my mom that today. I told my mom about the tears, and she started crying, and she's like, I know that wasn't you, and I feel like I know who that was, and if I need to, I will be honest about it. And she thinks it's the same person, because it's not good. This is just not good. I'm so scared.
Alright, Liz, he'll get you back there. It's 2:28.
Please, can I talk to a counselor?
Yes, we will go.
I don't want to be by myself.
Okay, well, I've got to put you back in there, right? That's what I have to do, and then I will go straight to the detention officers and tell them you want to see a counselor. Okay? Alright, we're going to shut this down. Alright, we're going to get you back in this cuffs for 1 minute until we get you to the other side.
I know you can't do a lot, but please. I did my part. And I know you can't do a lot, but please tell me you'll help me the best you can.
Like I said, what you told me is what I'm going to write. And I'm not going to say, I think. What you said and what the doctor said, okay? That's how it works. I don't offer my opinion. I just get the information and I pass it on. That's what I do, okay? Alright, when turn around, we'll get you back there. back, my friend. Let's take a